into the overgrowth where my own shadow looked back at me. Every thought was a twisted vine pulling me toward what I could be.
You're listening to the Jim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is Triple Play Thursday, and that means every artist on the program gets played 3 songs in a row tonight. These next 3 you get to hear the stories behind with my good friend AlyRhae. How are you, my friend?
Hey, Tim. I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic as well. Thanks for doing the show tonight. We've been looking forward to getting together on the radio, doing this end of it. You've been in my show a bunch of times. You've been bringing a fan base in to the lives on TikTok, and I appreciate that, and they sure love you and your music.
Oh, thank you. It means a lot having me on your show, so I appreciate it.
I appreciate having you, and we want to talk about those stories behind the songs here in just a little bit. But your story in general, you've got probably an interesting story that I haven't even heard. You're from Washington State, way out there on the West Coast. I'm in Branson, right in the middle of the country. So were you born and raised out there?
Yeah, I was born in Algona. And I grew up in a small town and just kind of grew up with all kinds of music and, exciting stories that I always wanted to tell, but I just couldn't figure it out. And then poetry found me and kind of hooked me in.
Okay, that's how it started then, poetry. You know, my wife started writing that a long time ago, and when we got together and we were dating, she would always send me some of the poems that she wrote, and that's what I call music now. You know, it's basically the lyrics are poetry set to music, aren't they?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and but you got the vocals now. I told you that before we started. You know, the reason you got on this program is because you can sing, so I want to hear that story. At what point did you start singing? Did you grow up singing in church like a lot of artists, or what?
Actually, I kind of just grew up watching, it's going to be funny, but I grew up watching Disney Channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to be a Disney princess.
I love it. Hey,
Yeah.
I had to watch all those series of Hannah Montana because of my daughter, too. And Miley Cyrus has a voice. She can sing. She can hold a note, right?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Absolutely. So that's awesome. Wanted to be a Disney princess. You know, I interviewed a young lady. She was 13 years old, and I've told this story because she's from Florida, and she had never saw snow before. And she came to Nashville, and we were hanging out at the Wild Horse Saloon. She was nominated for some awards, and so was I that night. And it started snowing November the 7th, 2016. I'll never forget it. It was an early snow in Nashville, and that was pretty cool. But she got a deal with Radio Disney, and she went the pop route as well, a little bit after making some country. So she had a good long run on Radio Disney. It's pretty cool.
Oh, dang, that's really cool.
Yep. So you're going to have a good long run on radio if you keep making music like you're making. And you've got some great pop country. It says that you are a storyteller with a country heart, and you do the alternative pop country fire. I love that. You got fire in your vocals.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. So you talk about open roads, starlit nights, things like that. That's a great country song. And then finding truth through chaos. I love that in your bio too.
Oh yeah, yeah. I feel like there's a lot of things that maybe sometimes people can suppress and when I remember those feelings or memories or anything like that, I definitely want to express it.
Yep. Now, we talked about poetry set to music. What kind of a songwriter are you? Are you more lyric-based probably, or do you have to hear a melody, or do you say, hey, that's a song, I got to put a hook or a beat to that?
I mean, I write the lyrics, and then I'll dink around and I'll find something that I like the sound of, and then I'll just try to kind of put it together, and then if I like it, then I go into the studio.
Okay, awesome. Now, I saw in your bio too that I did not know this about you since we've met and we've been playing your music and you've been coming into my shows, that you're also a mom. It says you're a mom, a creator, and a performer. So you got a little girl, a little boy, what?
I have a little girl.
Little girl. Is she of an age where she's showing anything interest in music like Mom?
Oh, of course. I've been doing open mics, and a lot over here, and she's been wanting to go up there, and she just hasn't had the chance yet.
Yeah, well, she's going to get that chance, I guarantee you. And, I talk to a lot of artists, and I was telling you off the air, some of them are young. I just interviewed young Madeline Treasure a week or so ago, and she's 11 years old. We started playing her when she was 10. She's had a birthday since we did the interview. And, a lot of those little girls, they grow up wanting to sing so bad, they're singing into a hairbrush in front of a mirror.
I can relate.
Things like that. You probably did that. Well, I used to talk. I used to talk into an empty Folgers coffee can to get that little bit of reverb because I wanted to be on the radio.
Oh, I love that.
And here we are.
Yeah.
So
congratulations.
Yeah, you have big dreams. Never give up on those, and you never know what's going to happen. And I was telling you off the air, you'll look back 10 years from now, and you'll go, "How did that even happen?" Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, AlyRhae, I love your name. We'll talk about that and spell it out for everybody. So we'll get that all, right on social media so folks can find you. That's the name that you use now. Is that your first and middle name or what?
So yeah, it's ALI for me personally, but I just added a Y to it because it just sounds better or looked better, and then Ray is my middle name.
Okay, awesome. Some of those one-word names have done quite well in the world of music. We've got Prince, we've got Elvis, we've got Madonna. I mean, it's just on and on, right? Reba in country music.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
So that's not a bad deal either. Now, where did your interest in music start? And who maybe some of the artists that we might know that influenced you? Some of the country ones, especially.
Oh, well, if I should start with country, I'd say Carrie Underwood.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to a lot of her. And I would just belt her in the bathtub. And my sister would always want me to sing for her. So it was definitely, I don't know, I realized that it was soothing to her because we both struggled with our kind of anxious environment. So we would just kind of do that. And then I realized that, I actually like the feeling of singing and soothing other people. And when I started to sing to other people, even though I was really shy, extremely shy at first, I got better and people would actually tell me I sounded decent. So I was like, okay.
Yeah. Well, they weren't lying. You absolutely do. I want to say this, though. When Carrie Underwood got discovered, it was on American Idol. She won American Idol in 2005. Can you believe that's been 20 years ago?
Goodness, no. That's wow, that really ages me.
Yeah. I never tell a woman's age or never ask a woman's age on these interviews. I know better than that because I want a second interview with you. But yeah, that does. It is something. And I lived in southeast Oklahoma at that time. She's in Chakotah. And a buddy of mine and me were selling insurance, and he was dead set on going and finding her house, and he wanted to go knock on her door. We was only 80 miles from Chakotah where we lived. So we went up there one day and got to meet her mom. She answered the door. She didn't buy our little $18 program that we were trying to sell, but we also, driving around Chakotah, we saw her grandpa's van. It had Carrie Underwood's grandpa on the spare tire cover on the back of his van. So that's pretty cool, getting to see her hometown and where she grew up. But, isn't that neat? And country music is universal. Carrie Underwood's played all these different places around the world, and you're getting to do it tonight because we're putting you on 13 radio stations around the world at the same time.
That's so insane.
Yeah, pretty neat, huh? And
yeah.
So, yeah, you love that and love performing in front of folks, and I seen some live performances that you did before we actually got on the air tonight, and you can definitely sing and perform in front of folks, but isn't it interesting how your original music resonates with a lot of people? You see that in live shows, and when you get to tell the stories like you're telling tonight in these interviews, you might see them tear up and and just talk to you pre-show or during intermission or something like that. Do these meet and greets, and you really get to get that fan base built up in that way too, don't you?
Yeah, it really is kind of mind-boggling, the sense of that my music can actually cause an emotion in someone. And because all the music that I make is from like memories and or experiences that I've went through.
Yeah. And that's exactly what country music is. You know, they call it three chords and the truth, but you really get to tell the truth in your stories, and because that is your life, you know, and things that you've experienced, the hard times, the good times, whatever. And that's what people can absolutely relate to.
Yeah, I agree.
You've got that fan base already that are coming into my lives on TikTok and are asking for you. Are you going to play AlyRhae tonight? That kind of thing. that not only makes you feel good, but it makes me feel good too. That yes, I'm going to play AlyRhae because you know that's somebody that they want to hear, and that'll keep you on the radio too for a little bit, and the new music. And you got some new stuff coming out. You were telling me.
Yeah, I'm working on an album. It's still in the works, but yep. I'm excited about it. There's going to be a mixture of different genres because I'm not trying to be put in a box, but I really do love country.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, what's your favorite to sing of the three songs we're going to play tonight? You got some great ones, but do you like a fast song, a storytelling song, a ballad? Maybe it's all of that, but do you have a favorite style?
Out of the three, I'd say probably BackRoad Party. If you're looking for like a good time and you're just trying to like relax and you know that's probably the best one.
Yep.
And then if you're looking for like a little bit of romance, you know, TailGate Crush. Or if you're, you know, wanting to feel something more, then Still Saw Me is definitely your way to go.
There you go. See, you've already told the stories behind all three of those in one swoop there. That's awesome. And that's exactly right, because when I'm thinking New Music Friday, I'm like, okay, I'm going with BackRoad Party. That is a party type song. You know, I love TailGate Crush. You know, I love the tailgating that happens here, and I'm a big Chiefs fan. You know, and they are some of the best tailgaters in the country in the NFL, and the Kansas City barbecue and all that. They bring it to the stadium, do it in the parking lot, and people fall in love with that. But they fall in love with their Chiefs, and sometimes they fall in love with each other if they're single. And you know, never know who you might meet and where you might meet them. It could be at a football game or at a venue like you play or something, huh?
Yeah, that would be great.
That's cool. So you got a little something for everybody. I like that in country music too. Let's talk about, we alluded to it, but you know, poetry set to music, that's songwriting. What's your writing style, and do you have to find time or make time to write songs, or does it just kind of happen for you, like when you're driving down the road or whatever, an idea pops in your head and you're like, I got to write that down?
Yeah. So it definitely happens. Like, I'll be driving, or I'll be, you know, sitting making lunch for my daughter or anything like that, and all of a sudden I'll just be like, yeah, I gotta write this down.
Yeah.
And then I'll just kind of play with it. Sometimes it'll come to me, sometimes it won't.
Yep.
Just the generic, like, you know, fighting to find the right words and playing around with it until it really does, like, fit what you saw.
Yeah. And how you wrap it up in 2 minutes and 44 seconds, 2:59, 2:26, those are the times of the three songs we're playing tonight. To tell that story, make it radio friendly in that short amount of time, that amazes me every time I do one of these interviews and see those times. That's pretty cool.
Well, I have like started to create a song, and then it was like, when I realized how long it might be, I've had to cut it down.
Yeah. Oh, that happens all the time. You know, things change so much behind the scenes, and I'm dabbling in that now a little bit with songwriting and coming up with ideas. I've always been somebody that can make a pun or something out of something funny out of something or something like that, and a song title, I could come up with those all day long, but to write the whole thing from start to finish, I'm still struggle with that. But
no, I mean, I sometimes will procrastinate, so, I mean, I'm in that same boat.
Yep. And, you know, you guys get what's called writer's block, and you're just like, oh, I can't come up with anything this week, this month, or whatever. But then I've heard other artists, they've sat on a song for 10 years, and even longer sometimes, you know. They got an extensive library of songs yet to be recorded.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I mean, there has been songs where I've just like, I've put it down and I'm like, yeah, no. And then like maybe weeks, maybe a month later, I'll be like, oh, this would sound better to it. Like,
Yep, that's awesome. Well, I wanted to ask you this, and we kind of talked about it off the air, but your dream gig, an artist that you might like to open for live on stage, or who might you like to do a duet with, maybe some big names we might know. They could be in the pop world, country world, whatever.
oh man, really putting me on the spot there with that. I mean, I really like Jason Aldean.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's I'm probably gonna botch the last name, but like Mike Corellis.
Okay, yep, that's it.
He's great. I mean, his name just left me, but we
got
that song "Knockin' Boots." I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, but
oh man,
I don't listen to much mainstream country, but I know a lot of the names out there, and some of the up and comers, you know, like Zach Top, that guy, he's doing quite well in country music, and my buddy Jake Worthington, I mean, traditional country from his roots from down there in Texas, he's something else. But yeah, and you mentioned Carrie Underwood and Jason Aldean, that duet that they did together, you know, that was all over the radio here a while back. That was a good one as well. So yeah,
I was extremely obsessed. Loved that song.
Mm-hmm. Those are all awesome. That lady that was also on American Idol years ago and won it, and now she has a talk show. Her name's Kelly Clarkson. She's a pretty good singer too, huh?
Oh yes. She was definitely a part of my music roundup playlist.
Yep. And she has been a coach on NBC's The Voice, and she's had some country artists on her team, and I think she's won a few from having country artists too. So that is awesome. I've interviewed a lot of those folks that have been on Blake's team when he did 23 seasons, and now Reba kind of took his spot and things like that. And you know that even though they don't win that competition, they don't stop, do they? They keep going. That's kind of like a fuel to their fire. They're like, okay, next thing, next level. And they're going to use whatever they did. And maybe they make the top 9 or top 10 or something like that, and then they get eliminated. But they're still going to keep going, aren't they?
Yeah, because they got that spotlight. That's what they needed, that push.
That's exactly right. Well, that's why we're doing this interview tonight. We hope you get that push, and we hope it's a big one, and I look forward to our next interview. I've interviewed some artists 5-6 times, so I'd love to have you back on already.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. We're going to let the folks know that you can sing. We're going to play BackRoad Party, and then we're going to come back and do Steal Me and TailGate Crush. We got AlyRhae on the show tonight, The Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Triple Play Thursday.
In the woods where the pine trees lean, tailgates down and we're set in the scene. Speakers blasting, cooler packed, mud on the tires and we ain't looking back. Yeah, hands in the air when the beat drops loud. We turn it up when the sun goes down. We raise it up like Friday night. Boots in the dirt and the fire's burning bright. Sing it loud, don't care who sees. It's BackRoad Parties where we feel free. Shake the ground, let the good times hit. If you ain't sweating, you ain't lived it yet.
Her name is AlyRhae. That is called BackRoad Party, and I'll tell you, every time I play that song, you turn this radio program into a party. Thank you for making that and for sharing it with the world.
You're so welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's great to have you on tonight as well. The artist you were trying to think of earlier was Luke Bryan. He's had a great run in country music, hasn't he?
Yes, that's exactly who it was.
Yeah,
And he has, yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them out there, and he's also been a coach on American Idol and for several seasons. And you know, he's sitting there with Katy Perry and Lionel Richie and all of that great talent right there, listening to other great talent when they come out. And a lot of them play some, but a lot of them sing a cappella on American Idol. I think that's a pretty wild tryout. And if you ever decide to do it, boy, you would perk their ears up. I guarantee you.
Oh my goodness, I couldn't even imagine. I've been struggling a little bit with just my open mics with the open, it's like a full house in there, and stumbling on my lyrics just a tiny bit, but yeah, I mean, that would be an honor.
Well, you're nervous for this interview a little bit, you told me, and that kind of thing, and the stage fright, I talk about that sometimes, you may still be going through that. Your daughter's going to go through that if she decides to do something in music. We all do, don't we? But that's what makes us real, and I'll tell you what, the independent artists are the real deal. I can tell you are, and it's been a pleasure having you on tonight, and I'm glad you got to tell your story to the world.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I was told that, if you don't feel nervous going up on that stage, it's not worth doing.
Right. Absolutely. And I get nervous doing these radio interviews sometimes, because I told you, I don't ask any prepared questions, really. We do them off the cuff. Everybody gets to be unique and get to be yourself and tell your own story, because everybody has a story. And there used to be a series on CBS that told that. His name was Steve Hartman, and he just liked to let everybody tell their story, and you never know what you're going to hear when you talk to somebody, your next door neighbor. Go knock on their door and say, "Hey, I'm AlyRhae. Here's one of my CDs," and it'll blow their mind, and then you'll get to hear their story too, huh?
Yeah, exactly. So, I can't imagine you having stage fright, though.
Oh, I don't know. I get it once in a while. I got you handing out CDs too now, don't I?
Yeah.
Well, be looking for some AlyRhae merch to hit this program, too, because, as you know, I've been wearing a lot of the artists' T-shirts and hats and things that they've been sending me, doing the TikTok Lives and the Facebooks. That has just blown up this year, and I've stayed in it long enough that I got to meet you tonight, and that's why I do this program. So it's great to have you on. It's great to have your music.
Thank you so much. That really means a lot to me.
You're welcome. You talk about Still Saw Me a little bit, but let's tell us the real story behind that, and then TailGate Crush, and we'll play those as well.
Okay. So Still Saw Me. It was around a time when I was 17.
Mm-hmm.
That might show my age a little bit.
You're 20 now, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Let's say that.
Let's say that.
I was going through a really hard time. I was really, my parents split. I was living with my dad, and I just image-wise was not really feeling how I should be in my body, and I was very heavy, and one of my old friends that I had ran into came to surprise me, and they looked at me like I hadn't changed, and it had been a couple years, and it just kind of opened my eyes to kind of see, like, it's not like, love isn't your outward appearance, it's inside.
Mm-hmm.
So Still Saw Me is kind of just about realizing that, it doesn't matter what you're going through, like, the ones who truly care for you will still see you.
Yeah. Oh, man, what a great story. And that's why I love doing these. I get all these song titles, and, they're just real simple song titles, and I never know what it's about until I really ask the artist. And, man, this is a good story. I love that. TailGate Crush, tell us about that one, and it'll kick off the top of the next hour.
Oh, man, TailGate Crush. Well, that one's about going to a party with a boy that that you have a crush on, and they're just kind of, trying to pull out the stops, and you're kind of just, like, enjoying the party and kind of trying to ignore it, but eventually they get on your skin, and you just kind of can't ignore it anymore, I guess. So.
Yep. When I was dating my wife, we used to go, and she had her own vehicle and I had mine, and she would always say this phrase, "Follow my tailpipes, baby," because she would take me to these neat places that I didn't know nothing about, in the town, not from Branson, but a little bit north up there in Springfield, Missouri, and it's a bigger town. It's like 150,000 people, and they have parks, and there's caves in those parks and all kinds of different things, and she would always say, "Just follow my tailpipes."
Oh, were you easily lost?
I kind of had a tailgate crush on her from the get-go.
Hey, there you go.
I was watching her tailgate, so I didn't get lost for one. But yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So that's awesome. Well, you've told some great stories tonight, and you're raising your daughter right because she's getting raised to mom being in music and wanting to do something there. So that is awesome. Keep doing what you do, and we love your music so far, and we look forward to more from you, and you got some brand new stuff coming. So I sure look forward to that as well. Thank you for doing this tonight.
Oh, thank you for having me again, and it's really an honor to be on your show, so I really appreciate it.
You were promoting it all over social media leading up to this interview tonight, so tell us where folks can find AlyRhae if they haven't already checked you out.
Oh, goodness. Well, my music's on all music platforms, and, I mean, I post my open mics on YouTube, and I'm trying to post them anywhere that videos are allowed, so, I mean, if you search AlyRhae, I'm pretty sure you'll find me.
Okay. It is ALY capital RHAE. AlyRhae, all one word. Man, bookmark that because she is fantastic, and we definitely want to have you back. And have a great holiday season, though. Thanksgiving's just a couple of weeks away. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year, and we'll probably do another one of these in 2026.
Oh, wow. I really look forward to it, and just happy holidays to you as well.
You are welcome. Her name is AlyRhae. This is called Still Saw Me, and TailGate Crush coming up on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Triple Play Thursday.
A few were coming my way, then you stepped from the van and time slipped away. 2 years gone, but my heart still new, like the wind off the river came rushing through. I was unraveling, lost in defense, but you looked at me like I still made sense. You came back when I barely knew me, and somehow you still saw me. You still saw me. You still saw me. So just text at first, late night calls when the silence hurt. You made me laugh when I didn't know how, set up my page like it mattered now. I told my best friend you were reaching again, felt the butterflies, I swore wouldn't begin.
Another hour of the best in New Country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
The sideways grin, truck bed shaking with your rowdy friends. I tripped on a log, nearly dropped my cup. You caught my hand and you pulled me up. Now the music's loud, but I only hear you laughing at my two-step, missing a shoe. You stole my hat, I stole your beer. We're laughing so loud the whole crate can hear. Mud on my boots, got your hands in mine. This tailgate crush got me feeling just fine. All the burgers and buns, but I swear this night's still the best kind of fun. I don't even care, cause you're leaning close, whispering something about who you love most. This party's wild, but it's